Hi, this is not a very good hunting channel. Today I'm going to be out setting up a Moultrie stand feeder to help supplement the food plot that wasn't doing very well this year. Going into December, I'd like to have the deer have a little bit more food. So we'll get to it. Stick around. Okay, so I am at the rear plot. So rifle season was a bust. Didn't see anything. I was only out for the last week of it, off and on really. So didn't produce anything. So now we're getting into archery season, and before I left my last night, I dumped a bunch of feed near one of the apple trees, this guy, and I've been getting lots of does feeding on it, and also I'm getting some bucks crossing through the plot in the back. So they are still around. They haven't yarded up yet. We had a bunch of snow, but as you can see, it has since melted. Today is supposed to be like 10 degrees, so it's been really warm today. And I was able to get away and get out here so I could start getting things set up. Oh yeah, a lot of good tracks. Okay, the watering hole is frozen, but it's just a sheet on top, so I could probably get that out of there. See if I can get this out of there. There. Now we have something to drink again. But yeah, it doesn't look like much has been really involved in eating the plot. I guess something has been picked away at it, but they haven't been digging out the bulbs. And the other fruit plot, I'd seen some exposed bulbs, so I don't know if they're just ignoring this or it's too small to even pick at. I'm not sure. But again, we have the rest of December to go, so hopefully once it starts getting cold again, and they'll be out here feeding on this stuff. But the main thing is I wanted to get some food out here for them that's consistent. So I'm going to set up the Moultrie feeder. I got it in the ATV there, and I'm going to throw in some alfalfa pellets and yellow peas, and hopefully that's something that they have been eating. I've been putting out the alfalfa cubes, and they had seemed interested in it. I mean, there's still some left over, but I tossed a bunch of them, so but can't fit that in the feeder, so I want something more consistent that, you know, every day there'll be some here for them to eat, as long as they stick around anyways. So I'll get that set up and throw in some pellets and some yellow peas, because I do seem to enjoy that from the other feeder, and hopefully with this mix it'll prevent the raccoons and squirrels from trying to get at it, because I found that once I started putting that stuff out in the back feeder, at least with the corn and stuff, not the corn, the yellow peas. The yellow peas are there until I see deer on camera. So the raccoons and the squirrels haven't been eating that. So with the alfalfa pellets, it'll be the same thing. I'm just hoping that the damn squirrels don't get curious and just see what else is in there and start gnawing away at the plastic housing of the feeder. So enough talking. I'll get this set up and filled up, and yeah, make sure it's working fine before I leave. See you in a bit. Well, that's nice. So it looks like all the hardware that they include is wing nuts and bolts, and that's for the outer part. And the only thing holding that on is just tabs. So you'd line them up, pull them on, and then twist to lock it in. So that's pretty convenient. It's nice that you don't have to have any tools out here while you're trying to do this. Instructions, because there's two different types of bolts they use. Some are Phillips head screws and some are bolts. Okay, so it looks like the bolts go around the hopper, and I'm assuming that would mean the legs get held in by the screws. Oh, we'll just go with it. Two leg sections. Okay. So you can see it has a spot where the screw would, the bolt head would sit in anyways. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a nice lip. It overhangs and this sits into this. So I guess that's how they make it waterproof. The water will run down and it can't get into that. Okay, I got all the bolts inside and the what do you call it? Wing nuts on. So now I'm gonna insert the legs and toss it up. So they had enough bolts going through. It was just these 3 Phillips here. So I think those are the ones that hold the accessories or something like that that you can put onto the side. If you want to put a trail camera on it or something like that. So I'm gonna get these legs in, and then I'll tip it over. Okay, so I'll set the timer up and get that installed. Okay, so what time is it now? 1:30. Okay, so that's all set. I'll get the lid. Then I'll just set it to make sure it works. So to make it spin, just to test it, go into mode and the timer and hold it down. It says get away. Perfect. It just snaps in. Cool. Okay, now we'll get some feet in there. we got it set up. I'll see what it looks like from the opposite side. So switch you guys around. There's a blind. Turn it around from the blind. So there's one leg in the way. So I'll have to keep that in mind if I'm taking a shot at anything that's on the left side of that tree. The legs stick out quite a bit, so if I can get two of them in line, that's alright. So two of them are hidden. It's just that one on the left. And the tree is about 30 yards. And then the feeder would be about 34, 35 yards. That log is about 40, and the watering hole is just less than 50. Okay, so we got that set up. Hopefully I get some shots. I got two cameras out here. I'll have to change the angle on one of them, and hopefully we'll get to see some more action, some more deer coming in and sticking around a little bit longer. Ideally daytime, because can't shoot them in the dark, so the more daytime action we get, the better. Hopefully it's going to be a decent couple of weeks. And geez, this thing has tons in it. If I see that it's still quite full, when I get out here, maybe another time, maybe mid-December, I'll just crank it up to let it drop a little bit more, because we only got about a month and a bit of the season left. So I should be out here a few more times, and then after that, I'll just let it run out, and the deer can have at it. Hopefully they like that mix. I'll get the feeder going for the rest of archery season, and hopefully it pays off. Hope you guys are all having a good season out there, guys. Take care.